Mayan Shavit is a Toronto resident whose aunt was killed by Hamas. Two of her cousins were kidnapped and are being held hostage. And one of her cousins managed to escape with his 3-year-old daughter. Mayan joins us live now. First of all, I want to thank you for your time. My deepest condolences to you and your family. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lena, for having me. You know, trying to cope day by day and trying to keep on hope. And even though it's very hard, as you said, my story have heroism and very sad and a horrific outcome as well. So we have everything. Tears comes and go, but I keep on hoping that my cousin Carmel Gat and Yarden Roman Gat will come back home.
It has been more than a month since the hostages were held captive by Hamas. What is your hope here? What are you hearing from your family in Israel?
My hope? Well, that it's not enough. It's not enough what's going on. You know, Israel is fighting very hard right now for the security and peace over the territory of the civilians, and of course to bring back all the kidnapped, alive or dead, it doesn't matter. They're all Israelis, they're all Jewish, and they need to come home. And they're all civilians, let me remind you. None of them are military. Children, elderly, young people, and it's unbelievable. It's something that what happened, the mind cannot bear to understand and to accumulate in that short time.
One of your cousins managed to...
My hope is that they bring them home.
Yeah, of course. One of your cousins managed
yes, as
to...
you said, my cousin was correct. They took them out of the house. First, they took my cousin Carmel Gat. She was the first to be taken out of the house. She was put into a car and never seen again or heard of again. We just know she's in Gaza. And then they took my aunt Kinneret, may she rest in peace. We saw footage of her being taken with her hands tied behind her back, led with 4 other people from Kibbutz Be'eri. And then, unfortunately, we saw another footage of those 5 people laying down on the floor. Kinneret was the only one with her face down, so you could see that her hands were still tied to her back and they all were shot in their head. Then they took my cousin Alon, his wife, Yarden Roman Gat, and their 3.5-year-old daughter, Geffen. They put them on a van filled with terrorists with guns and drove into Gaza. Just before the border of Gaza, there was a threat, apparently, and Hamas just jumped, the terrorists jumped out of the car and left only 2 with them. And somehow they communicated between them and they decided to jump. All 3 of them jumped, start running while being shot at. Yarden told Alon, take Geffen and start running, you can run faster. He ran to the bushes with Geffen, and Yarden ran to the trees and hide there. But apparently she was caught. Alon and Geffen managed to hide almost a day without food and water until they arrived safely back to Kibbutz Be'eri and then to Tel Aviv to our family. We don't know where Carmel is. We don't know where Yarden is. We don't know what they're going through, what they do to them. If they're being fed, are they cold? Are they hurt? We just don't know nothing. And it's devastating, the unknown. Sometimes, you know, you think, would it be better? No. I want them back home. I feel that they are alive and well and they will be back home. But we need the help of all of the world to understand that it's not an Israeli issue. This is, first of all, humanitarian issue, that people, civilians, are being taken out of their house with no war. And then think that they do to babies and to young children. They shouldn't be a bargain chip. Kids are not bargain chips. They need to be home with their parents, whoever have left, any parents. There's so many kids that both of their parents are dead, murdered. It's just unthinkable. I want my family home. We want all of the kidnapped home. Doesn't matter their condition. We need them home. We'll take care of them. But the world need to wake up and understand. And first and foremost, there are a lot of civilians there with dual citizenship. Where are those, where are those countries? It's not enough to just stand up and say, we condemn terror. We all condemn terror. I don't believe anybody is for terror.
Right.
But what are you doing for it? What are you doing against it? How are you doing to help? It's not enough just to get up and say it. You need to do something.
Mayan Shavit,
That's my call.
I can only imagine what this past month has been like for you, your family, and your community. Again, we continue to think of you, and I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us during this incredibly difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you.